Hello, yes, Dulzbk and Admin40 immediately know how to spell hello correctly, but Iflarg just says hello with an E, which is just strange. Cuddly Comet, hey! Hi, how are you? Good to see you, good to see you back. And since we're just starting, gonna get some important things over with. The code to the Druidia air shield is 12345. It happens to be the same luggage code that President Scroob uses. So yeah, if anybody needs to hack anything, Druidia air shield. Oh yeah, also, if you're planning to launch like all the nuclear missiles, the launch code is CPE 1704 TKS. You can ask Whopper, it figured that one out. And yeah, Fox Mulder, his password, trust no one. So yeah, just getting the password stuff out of the way before we really start. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Dominion. Conacher, Graphic Gore, Scribulations, Shinks, Bingo Blango, NJP 695, Burgon, Deandra Edwards, Fubar, Navis, Roll Baker, Shadow 185, Pill to Peer, Phoenix War, Ploughed Lion, Tylenol Fresh, Peace Shooter, Dairy 1200, Torin, Cornacus Ascendant, Danielle, Epic Tralala, and Ignition Point 27. Oh my god, everybody's now... Okay, the names are appearing in chat faster than I can say. Look, just say hello to everyone. So thank you for everyone being here. We'd better get down to playing something, right? And I wasn't sure what I was going to do. Yeah. Good morning from Ohio. Yes, hi. Colorado from New Zealand. Vegas. New Jersey. And yes... Pliny the Elder again. Yes, I picked up a new supply today. Everywhere else has these signs up for the Bud Light Super Bowl edition, and I'm like, no. As much as I like the Super Bowl. Oh no, so YouTube stuff, for people asking, YouTube stuff all sorted out. In fact, YouTube actually did a lot of this stuff before their support staff actually got to it. So, you know, props to YouTube for actually being proactive and fixing stuff ahead of time. Yep. So what I'm looking at here, actually what I'm trying to do is we've got, I'm just going to adjust the location of this a window. It's probably not really centralized correctly. I wanted to start messing around with some anchors and things like that. Some connect, and I can never remember how to use Kerbal Attachment System, but I want to do some flying type thingy. So I guess what we need to do is start out with just like a capsule. Oh. Okay, see, basically early on there was a lot of questions about in space flight. There was questions about how the human body would adapt to zero gravity, and some smart people came up with the obvious answer, and that was to make sure that zero gravity never actually happened. And what they would do would be they would have... Okay, I mean, I can just actually show you what they proposed, right? You would have like a capsule, right? And then you would kind of have it flipped around. And then in between, you would basically have a very... Oh, okay. Very long connector, right? Say like that, and then on the other end you would have, your engines, right? And what would happen would be, these would be cables. So if you just imagine this would be a long cable, and then on the end here you would have some engines, and I can't find any engines, but I'm sure you can imagine what rocket engines would look like. Do you really need to know what... Look, just imagine there's giant rocket engines back here, right? And this would be like a cable connecting them, and this would be spinning around on its long axis, and that would be great for long distances. My subscriber counter, since people are asking, no, it has not returned. I had a little bit of growth, but I'm still down about 6. I think I don't know, maybe down 7,000. 7,000, yes, that's the number. So what I want to do is try to make a rocket which actually splits apart like that, and that means that I need to learn to use Kerbal Attachment System, right? So that's what I'm going to plan to do. So that means I need to remember how Kerbal Attachment System actually works, which could be somewhat problematic. which means we could just be messing around and not doing anything. Opinions on the Fine Brothers fiasco. You know what? They try to act like, you know, cool kids, hipsters, members of the community, and yet they're part of a multi-million-dollar business that's basically doing these reaction videos. And I'm like, whatever. Their claim to trademark it. It was overly broad, but at the same time, many of the critics misunderstood, you know, how narrow it was, but it wasn't actually narrow at all. So there was a bit of misjudgment on both sides. No, I don't want to build a snowman. I want to build a rocket. Do you want to build a rocket and fly to the moon? We could move it all around the earth and maybe land soon. So, no. Well, we might come back to YouTube for streams. So I'm just trying to remember how inline things work, and I could be having some trouble here. So this is a convertotron. That's not the convertotron. Don't want it. Dreamer fuel pack, strut drillomatic. Drillomatic. I never can make it up. So this is the winch, and this is a winch connector. How's that do? Okay, that's not working there. I think what we need is an inline winch. Is there an inline kind of version of the winch? That's what I'm looking for here. I mean, I guess that would be a logical way to do it, right? Okay, let's try. Oh, no, it doesn't want to work. I am not... I actually dislike Broadway musicals most intensely of all. I really have... It annoys me intensely, so please don't do that. Breaking the Chains of Gravity. Yes, we've heard that one before. So does this come with a winch already hooked into it? I'm just trying to remember. We have container mount. Is there like an inline... what I'm wondering is, can I break this and have it extend? Yes, Pliny the Elder. You know that Pliny the Elder was one of the first people... Well, one of the things that came out of Pliny the Elder's writings was that he stated it was common knowledge that the world was round, right? So, people who are flat earthers, they're 2,000 years behind the times. Okay. Yeah, I'm really not doing that. You know, so that's a container mount. Oh man, I haven't used this in such a long time. I'm forgetting. This is the electromagnet. That of course would hang there like that. What else? Ooh, harpoon. That's kind of cool. Ish, small inline container, radial camera, grappling hook. I don't think it's complete trolling. I think there are people that legitimately completely misunderstand how the world works. Okay, so obviously I can't connect anything. Is there a way to connect like an inline hook? That's what I thought there was. Atlas 5 interstage. You having lag spikes? I'm having beer. I prefer beer over lag spikes. Hey, nothing wrong with rappers with guitars. Bob, you know, whatever. He's just confused. I think you could convince most people. And I think the ones that would still feign, like, would choose not to see the light, they would be the ones that are selling the books and making the money. So they won't know. Okay, so... There's no way to like hook have a hook in line that extends outwards. Am I reading this correctly? There's a magnet, right? There's a grappling hook. The grappling hook is like, you know, one point as well, right? I mean, look, we can launch this thing. I'm just gonna show you. Launch. So also, week from now, you should be paying attention to Asteroid Day. There might be something happening. I'm just going to see this winch toggle control. Show the GUI. So this will still work, right? Yeah, there we go. Okay, that's cool. We should get somebody out. Kerbal, get down there. Yay. Oh! Ah, he's fine. He's fine. Just you stand there. Does the winch actually work on you? I'm really interested to know. I haven't used Kerbal Attachment System in a long time, so I'm understandably curious as to how it works these days. There we go. Look at that. Oh, wait a second. Pause. No, wait a second. Is it... will it attach or anything? Do I have to right-click? Unplug. No, that's just unplug. Stop. Let's see how close this guy is. Oh, he's pretty close. Let's see what happens if he jumps into it. Oh, no, it can't attach to him. Oh, man. The claw! The claw! There's an inline winch, but what does it attach to? That's the question. Okay, let's just see. Yep. It's just kind of sitting on him. Now he's there. I wonder if you can grab it. Unplug. Stop! I don't need a Foucault's pendulum right now. Unplug. There. And then I wonder if I can grab it. There! Okay, look. And then of course he can run around. Okay, that's not quite kind of working. We need to bring him up now, don't we? Come on, start pulling him in. Oh, it's this way it needs to go, actually. Stop, stop. This way. There we go. Then I'm going to run around. Well, let's see if this pulls him in. I haven't really messed around with Kerbal Attachment System enough to be truthful. I used it a whole lot on what's itself on its in the Interstellar quest. That's still shrinking. Why is it? Oh, there he goes. Hey. Okay, well, let's stop this. And then does the R doesn't work? Okay, there. But oh, there we go. So he can fly around. Wow! Wow! That's funny. This is it's fun to have the physics, right? Oh, yeah, okay. And then detach. Oh. Okay. So, let's actually get back to the assembly building. Interstellar was a lot of fun. There was a lot of interesting things going on there, but it was a lot of work. It was a lot of work. Okay. Kerbal becomes a pain. Well, this is me trying to mess. So can I put something in line here? That's the question. If I have like a capsule, will it just hang? Or will that not work? I'm going to save this and launch. See if this works. Okay, so now, again, let's see if the GUI actually works. Right, show GUI. Okay, oh, winches control. Toggle control. Nope. Come on, work! Key controls enabled, disabled. Show GUI. No, rename. Rename it so it doesn't actually show as a winch. That's what I'm saying. Instant stretch. Nope. Plug mode. It's not connected. Unplug. Unplug. Release. Yeah, you see, it doesn't work unless you... The winch is blocked by the command pod. So what we need is something that is... I don't know, something that works like that. I have a serious business that I was recording tonight. We were enjoying the fun of camera systems. Is everybody having trouble with the stream? Is that what people are saying? Are people things, doing things. I don't know. So we need something that plugs onto the end, right? We have EVA items. These are all like Kerbal. That's the electromagnet, the Kerbal inventory system user guide, the harpoon. Okay, and this is the utility. So is there anything here can be used to plug a... You should, how about this? No? It may be that. Do you think that might work? I guess I can give it a go. Let's give it a go. It might not be possible. I am actually seeing that it's dropping frames for some reason. Let me go and check something. Hold on. Let me check the task manager to see if something is stealing all my CPU. No, Open Broadcaster is running at 10% usage. See that? 10%? So it's... I don't know why it's dropping frames. It's dropping a lot of frames, and I might have to pause this and restart it. I am not rendering a video in the background. It's not just simply not using the CPU that it needs. 22% of my CPU is in use. So I do not know why this thing is going. You know what? Maybe. Hello, Casper. We appear to be having performance issues here with lots of dropped frames. And I have no idea why. You know what? Our bitrate is really, really high. I wish I could change encoding settings while doing this. And this is where I get to move things over here. Broadcast settings. Video. Video is quite normal. Encoding. It says max bitrate. I might have to restart. You know what? I'm just going to stop. And we're going to stop and restart, right? So hold on. We're going to stop streaming. Okay, well, let's see if this works a little better. We've restarted it. And so far, it's not dropping frames. Yeah, if only Windows had, like, decent system. You know, I'll tell you what, for people that use Windows that need, like, dtrace and stuff, sysinternals.com is pretty good at that stuff. Okay, let's see if this works. Yeah, it was working. This is the same settings I've always used, so... no, don't worry. I'm seriously, I'm a little more aware of what's going on, and I know how to shut down Twitch. Besides, I told you, if you really want the secrets, the Druidia Air Shield code, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, Shogui. Okay, let's try extending this. Oh, there. Okay, so that's how this works. Yay! Okay. Now we can actually make this into a wrecking ball, right? Okay, revert flight to vehicle assembly building. Iflarg is obviously President Scroob because he uses the code of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So now what we need to do is make a spacecraft that has that in the middle, right? So now that I've got that figured out, let's actually just try building out a spaceship. So we're going to have like one of these here. Oh, yeah, wait. I'm going to start with... You know what? Let's start with this. I'm going to start with this, right? Okay, here we go. And then we need like a habitation module in the middle or underneath it. Actually, let's put it... Yeah, let's just do that. We'll put a decoupler. Decoupler. Decoupler, we love you. Decoupler. I did get a tweet from Fireaxis guy, and it sounds like I will be getting access to XCOM on the day of release. So yeah, everyone else that's played it, they will have played it well before me, which means, you know, fine, I'll give it a go. I'll pretend that it's actually a continuation of Xenonauts, and I'll have like you know, Dr. Snidely as my scientist. That would be cool to have a mod for XCOM that adds Snidely instead of the actual one. Okay, so utility. We need the passenger cabin, right? Passenger cabin. And you know what? I can actually flip this upside down so that they'll all be the right way up. And then underneath this, we'll have our winch assembly, right? So this is where it gets complicated. We need EVA part. No. This connector port. So that flips upside down and connects on there. Then we have a winch. Winch. I've forgotten where the winch is. I'm just being complete moron here. So, I mean, this was a legitimate idea that was thought about and envisaged. And after doing some estimates on the cost and everything, they decided, let's just see whether people actually survive being space sick, right? Anyways, so we've got that. And, you know, the next thing what we probably need to have is some reaction control systems. So let's put RCS thrusters on here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, so we do that. And then you've got this section here, and then we'll put like a booster in, right? Booster. So we need a fuel tank, actually. I think I'm just going to put like a representative deep space stage or something on right now, right? Just to see how it'll look. So we'll have that, and then we'll have like a poodle for pushing us through the space between worlds. And then we can try and build the rest of the rocket up. Where's my poodle? Where's my poodle? I hope, I hear that PorkJet is fixing all of the engines, and I sincerely hope they make the poodle a bit more realistic. The poodle is supposed to be... oh, wait a second. You know what I'm going to need to do? Is I'm going to need to have... wait a second. Can I have temporary struts here? There. So what I can do is put struts here, and then put another 4 struts on the other side. And so these can be attached during EVA, so we can strengthen it up during when we need to lock them back together again, right? That's what's going to happen. So we can do this on EVA. Maybe we'll just attach some little utility stuff to hang off of, so that the Kerbals can do their EVA thing. Oh, not like that. Not like that. There, like that. They do that. And then again. There, you see that? So they can walk around that and everything. The poodle's an engine. What do you mean, what's the poodle supposed to be? What? What? Excuse me? What? I mean, what? No, I'm really not very good at doing that. What? Okay, we'll have some radiator panels here. Actually, the radiators should stick on here. The radiators will go here, and then we can put like solar panels and stuff on here. Oh, actually, before we do this, we should probably have a tank that contains some RCS fuel. There we go. Tank contains RCS fuel. Put that on there. We'll put RCS thruster blocks here as well. And then we need a power source, which means solar panels. We'll put like some flat solar panels on this thing. Oh, you know what? You know what we're totally missing? Parachutes. Parachutes. That which gives and takes away life. Yeah, let's not talk about too much politics, right? Because I think people will tend to disagree about all sorts of fascinating things. And I've just made a mistake here by putting this in and stealing the... I need to take these out of here. Yeah, seriously, it's just a thing. I mean, I'll say that it was fascinating watching numbers and go up and things like that. Uh, I certainly think that anyone here should not be happy that Ted Cruz got anything, because Ted Cruz is, of course, systematically choosing politics over science. But that's just my personal opinion. But, you know, that's the thing with science. It doesn't matter what your personal opinion is because it's science. You can have your own opinions all you like, but you can't have your own facts. Okay. Okay, so these are going to hold the thing together, and then when it gets into space, we can detach them, right? Now we need some solar panels here, there, and everywhere, right? Just in case. And I'm forgetting where the solar panels are. I am forgetting where the solar panels are. Where are the damn solar panels? It's almost like, you know, there we go, yeah. It's almost like I'm getting old and forgetting these things. I actually want these ones on here. Wait a second. On here. I'll stick them on there. There we go. On the decoupler. And then on here we'll actually have proper, for real, honest to God photovoltaic panels that fold themselves out. Let's do 1/6s. There! Okay, so we'll call this one spinny thing. Oh! Okay, I'm gonna go back to the thing. Revert flight to vehicle assembly. Because you know what? I didn't click save! Also, I did note that a certain Jeb didn't do too well. I was playing a game last night called Chrononauts. It is a card game from Looney Labs, and it's basically a time travel game where, you know, you're supposed to, what you do is you flip key linchpin moments in history and essentially screw up history. That's what really happens. Okay. So what we're gonna need is a nice big stage up the middle here. Now, are there transition tanks that work for us? There's only these kind of half-assed transitions. Okay, so I'm gonna need to use this one here. Kerbodyne, 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 Kerbodyne. We make the tanks that take you to space. Yeah. Let's just stick away from the, you know, politics. It's always stressful and all that. Certainly, you know, there's all sorts of interesting things, and I'll just point out that, you know, whatever party you nail your flags to, that we all love science, and science is awesome, and you know, we all love America. Well, actually, okay, we're not. I think if you're an American, whatever party you're with, you tend to want America to do well, right? And it's just a question of different opinions as to how that might be accomplished. Let's all agree that we love rockets. We love the rocket. The rocket power. This is really silly, but that's okay. I'm just going to make this suitably big. I need a fuel tank on top here. Fuel tank. And then we'll put like nose cones on this for aerodynamic reasons. Nose cone, nose cone, nose cone. There we go. I said, there we go. I'm far too impatient these days. Yes, we love privatized rockets, absolutely. We love the Blue Origin, and we love the SpaceX, and we love the competition between them. And we love SpaceX because they will paint their test equipment with video game memes. That sets them apart from those stuffy old companies that are perhaps more interested in their pork barrel spending than actually servicing whatever. No, wait, that's getting too political again. It's so easy to like have an opinion and turn it into politics, isn't it? Really? If you react to politics, the Fine Brothers will sue you. Yes, that is true. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry about those dudes. They're, you know, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say about those guys. Okay, save this. And I'll attach these to the ground. Not attach these to the ground. Okay. This is quite a big build, I have to say. And I fully expect this thing to fall apart when I launch it. I've got all my YouTube permissions back, except for the live streaming thing is actually broken. And there is a team that has been working on this bug for a while, so apparently, like, it's known. Why have I only got 2 crew? Let's not go there. It's a silly place. Yes. Yes, that's right. Ian M. Banks gets name checked. Go to Astronaut Complex. Yeah, did anyone see the hacker group that was claiming they took control of like NASA drones and things like that, and then went on a whole thing about aluminium and chemtrails and stuff? I mean, yeah, you know, sure, they went and worked their way through a network. Good for them. But they went on in deep, you know, they'd spent a lot of time talking about how aluminium in the air is like screwing us all over, which would immediately say to me, these guys don't use deodorant, because most deodorant uses aluminium. So that immediately said to me, I don't want to meet these guys because they probably don't use deodorant. Not that there's anything wrong with not using deodorant. Okay, look at this thing wobbling like something very wobbly. I think I might throttle back just a touch. Let's bring up the orbit info. Yeah, we're gonna need that. There we go. That's a little better. Look at this thing. As a species, we are fundamentally insane. Put more than 2 of us in a room, we pick sides and start dreaming up reasons to kill one another. Why do you think we invented politics and religion? Who can tell me what movies that's from? Ah, yes, that's a very good quote. It is actually true as well. Hey, viscosity. Yes. Okay, apoapsis is 14 kilometers. That is good. Is hacking a satellite possible? I cannot comment, but I will say that, you know, there's a lot of people looking at these things to make sure that doesn't happen. So generally, if you've got someone actively watching something, then it's kind of hard to sneak in and make sure that hackery doesn't happen. I'm not saying that's a guaranteed impossibility, just saying that pretty much pretty much that's how these things get caught. It's like somebody notices, and then the propagation or the vectors are lost, right? The infection vectors and whatever, right? Okay, let's throttle this back up again. I'm just gonna track on this. Oh, good morning from the Netherlands. Hey, I was invited to a thing in the Netherlands. Unfortunately, yeah, long time. I'm stuck in San Francisco right now. And hey, Super Bowl weekend this weekend. You know, I think it's always important that you question what people are telling you, whatever you come from. Do your own research. Very important, right? Because people generally have agendas, and it's quite common that news channels and or your reporters want to tell stories, right? News channels want to make their sponsors happy, and sometimes what you're told is not 100% correct. I'm glad I can't get off of BART at some stations right now because, or during the day, because they closed down one of the stations so that they have a special Super Bowl park in downtown. The Super Bowl is the big super, I don't know, football game between the two biggest teams. The Broncos, yeah. Yeah, I think given that I'm kind of a West Coast local, I think I have to hope the Broncos do well. Also, one of my first memories of, or I it's not one of my first memories. One of the first American football players I really remember was John Elway, and that was because of a joke in a Simpsons episode. Right? It's like, oh, we're gonna put you in the witness protection program. We can change your ID, we can change your name, we can change your face, we can make you anyone. And Homer's like, woo! I want to be John Elway! And they cut to him imagining, like, scoring a last few second touchdown and still losing. And, yeah, I'm quite a... I actually became a huge fan of American football while I was living in the UK. And then when I came out here, it wasn't cool anymore. Okay, there we go. We're going to get this thing lined up. Estimated burn, 27 seconds. The oblong... No, there's no... There's a lot of running involved as well, right? I'm out of Pliny the Elder now, but... I did make a cup of tea earlier, just in case. In my, it's in the IC reboot, IC3 reboot cup that I get given. I remember watching UK teams play, and I don't think it's ridiculous. I think the problem is that they'll have to have, it's just the schedule is just going to be, it just isn't going to work. I'm sorry. Yeah, The Simpsons, I've gone back and I've found, I've been trying to show the kids the best bit of The Simpsons. Yeah. Plus, we have to remember, Flash Gordon, he was the quarterback for the New York Jets. Okay, let's fire these engines up. Get ourselves into orbit. So I can't really do Space Engine. The reason I can't do Space Engine is there's some bizarre bug that I have, which means that my regular view is kind of like screwed up, basically. And I don't know what it is. I think my Z buffer is reversed or something. So when I try to view anything on the stream, the objects look backwards, basically. If I view it in any other mode, if I view it in like fisheye mode, it looks fine, or spherical projection, that looks great. But regular perspective view does not work. Okay, so I guess I'm going to burn and take us to the moon, right? We'll take us out on a journey to the moon. So that's us there. Set as target. Actually, you know what? Let's just F5 and see how this thing works, right? So I'm going to actually detach this thing, right? Decouple. And activate. Activate engine. There, so we'll push ourselves further away. Now, next thing is to detach these. Ready? And let's actually deploy some solar panels and stuff. I should have attached these to action groups, shouldn't I? Well, whatever. Now, this is the interesting part. So what I want to do is I want to turn off SAS and I want to start rotating the thing, right? Oh, but I want to get this display up. Show GUI. Okay. So I'm going to start spinning it around, right? Watch this. And then we're going to start extending it out. Okay, that doesn't quite work. But let's just keep it going. Look! We have it! Mostly. Let's how long can we make it? How long do you think this will work for? Sport would be much better in 0G. I would actually love to see American football played on the inside of a rotating cylinder. Okay, so look, now we have this thing kind of rotating around with a counterweight. So if we let this go for long enough, so unfortunately the lighting is really lousy because of where we are. And what happened? Wait, what? What? Spinny thing! Spinny thing. What? Oh man. I think this is broken. Right, okay, you know what? I'm gonna reload this. For what I'm gonna do first is it looks rubbish. So I'm gonna fly around to the other side of the planet, right? So we've still got this connected. Let's wait until we're in the middle of the day. One more day ahead, right? We're just gonna zip around the planet. Did I click the Space Center button by accident? I would like to say that, have you ever tried pushing buttons in a spacesuit, right? The gloves are really kind of hard to use, right? It's a fundamental problem. Look, I mean, I could even put on some gloves. Look, I'll imagine these are my spacesuit gloves. Right? Like, oh no. These are my Martian spacesuit gloves. There, okay, so I'm now gonna move. Wait! I've got to find the controls here. It's so hard. It is actually really hard to do this. This is what a lot of people forget when they're writing like books and stuff. Like how difficult it is to actually, you know, do things with spacesuit gloves. I'm gonna fire my engines to take myself apart. Watching you or making a murderer. I think making a murderer is probably vastly more culturally relevant, right? I mean, making a murderer, right? That's the business. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is point this to the north instead. Ooh, look at it wobble. Now we can actually see this happen, right? So I'm gonna actually point it in this direction. Look at, yes, just let it track that. Okay, so now Scott, I got a virus on my computer that removed the system profile folder in the Windows directory. All I can do is get on Internet Explorer and File Explorer. Do I know a fix? Reinstall Windows. Okay, that is clearly not ideal. Okay. I cannot warp. Well, the ship is under acceleration. Making a murderer is 10 hours. I watched the first hour long of the episode, and though there's no way I'm watching 9 more hours of this, then why would it even matter? Okay, so let's make this thing happen again. What I gotta do actually is stop the rotation. Wow, this thing is really, really fragile. Show the GUI. Okay. I'm gonna do this, and I'm actually gonna rotate it to this direction, this orientation. Okay, so now, once again, we're going to rotate in this direction. So we're going to start the rotation off. Look at this. And then, once we're rotating as fast as this thing will let us, I shall play out the string. Let's play out the cable string. Yes, we're just playing around with string in space, right? I wish there was a G-force meter in this that would actually make sense, right? So anyway, the guys would have obviously got out of the cockpit and then they would move down into that lower thing, right? Into the habitation area. There it goes. Okay, apparently I have to stop pushing buttons for this to work. There we go! And look, like a skater, it pirouettes outwards, huh? Sweet! So how long should we make this? Like 15 meters? 20? Let's make it 20 meters. There. There, isn't that cool, huh? So now they're experiencing artificial gravity. That's how it works, right? That was the proposal, or one proposal for, you know, transferring things around. Oh, now I've got to transfer crew. This is where I have to be a little more careful. Transfer crew. I'll click Kerbal. Kerbal. So I need to wait for this thing to come into view so I can transfer him into this. Okay, so he's transferred. So Kerbal. So he can look around, he can see the window there. Engage the engines. Yes. That's pretty cool, huh? I'm not sure locked camera would actually work. I'm not sure. How hard does it have to be? You can do the math to figure out how fast it would be. I think this is pretty cool, this. That it actually is working in Kerbal Space Program. I have no idea what kind of acceleration it's achieving. Oh, man. It would, well, no, so it would use centripetal force to stop it flying off into space, and therefore people inside the object would experience a centrifugal force, which would actually really be a consequence of being unaffected by that force in a rotating reference frame. It's all about rotating reference frames, right? Why would I need to quick save and fire up the engine? Shall I just fire up the engine, see what happens? I think that is pretty good. I have to say, look. They're feeling the force of gravity. And then let's fire up the engine. Oh wait, no, it didn't work. No, apparently they don't have any engine thrust thing. Oh, that's working now. That is pretty funny. Let's actually play the cable out a little longer. This is just a little loony here. Let's just fire the engine up and see what it does if we let it run for a while. It would have to be very big to spin fast. Yeah. That's the thing. You know, the smoother you want it, the faster it needs to spin, right? There. This is a 50-meter version. I'm not sure this is doing anything sane here. Ah, poor things. I'm just yanking their chain, literally. Landberg Kerbin. I don't know what the camera is doing here. Shall I just do it? I'm just gonna press free camera. That's a little better. I don't. So here's the thing. Why is the center of mass? Look, I'm double clicking the middle button. Okay, that makes more sense because the center of mass is closer to where the actual center of mass should be. And this is the chase camera. Okay, and locked camera. I don't know what it's locked to. Ah, dear. Okay. So now what I'm really curious about is if I try to stabilize things, what happens? Okay, that's slightly better. Oh no, then it starts spinning again. Stabilize yourself. So the pod stabilizes itself, but this thing is doing different things. See that? And now I'm gonna fire my engines here. You know what? I could just close. No, that doesn't work. I'm gonna see if I can deorbit this thing. I'm just trying to wait for the moment where it's pointing backwards in the orbit, but I think I keep getting it wrong. Maybe we could try getting a re-entry to happen like this. Actually, you know what we should do? Okay, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn this until it's pointing that way, and then just use translation thruster. Oh, it's getting pulled that way. I'm going to use translation thrusters to push myself downwards onto a re-entry trajectory. At least I think I will. Come on! You know you want to. Okay. I think I'm... The funny thing is, the thrust on the... No, I think we still have thrust on both sides, actually, even though... Now I think about it. Let me just see. Okay. No, we still have monoprop in there. Okay. Why won't you go away? This thing won't go away. Crew report. Yes, great. Reset experiment. Oh, wrong button. Oh, there we go. Okay. I need to fix the camera. This is just horrific. Okay, so that's 180. So I need to go this way. Oh, again. What I'm trying to do is make these things aim in a sensible direction, so I can fire my engines and slow the spacecraft down. That's what I'm supposed to be doing. Oh, wait. There we see. The navigational reference point, I believe, is supposed to be... You know what? I think this might be backwards, I have to say. I'm going to just make sure I'm controlling from here. Oh, no. Come back. Control from here. Oh, yeah. That would make sense. Yeah, okay. Now everything's working a bit better. So I'm going to control the cockpit. And I'm just going to use the cockpit to send us groundwards. Fire those engines and slow the spacecraft down. Then we'll see how we can enter like this. Re-enter. Come on. It's like a bolas or whatever, right? Nunchucks in space. It's just a shame the cable doesn't interact correctly, because that would be kind of cool if it did. Oh, okay. Never mind. And what happened? What happened to my Twitch chat? There we go. Ah, there. Why is Scott tumbleweeding through space? We're doing science. That's what I'm doing. That's the funny thing. It's not even agreeing on periaps. You're right. I'm going to fire this thing when it's pointing roughly the right direction. That should slow things down. Yeah! Once again, spinning around like a pro. I'm hoping that I can initiate... So Z and X for 100% and 0% thrust are not working, right? Okay, once again, back with the incredible. Slowing things down. Oh, no. And I'm going to go this way. Whoa! This guy flying around. Oh, you know what the problem was? The reference frame was the pilot that was inside the thing. Okay, I'm going to be pushing this one. Oh, yes, don't ever change, Kerbal Space Program. Okay, yeah, now you can see why NASA abandoned this concept. Look at the G meter bouncing around. That's totally legit. Okay, it'll go this way. So I'm using what I'm doing is I'm using translation thrusters to try and put myself in a deorbiting trajectory, but it keeps bouncing around a lot. So when it's facing the right direction, I'm doing that. I'm like doing retrograde thrust, and now I'm doing thrust in the other direction and this direction. It's all very complicated, but one day it shall bring us back to Kerbin. And that day shall be victorious. It shall be glorious. And I should probably put my crew back in the correct module, right? Ah, oh, God damn it. Oh, no. This way. This way. Jeb is dead. No, Jeb is perfectly alive. He's just sleeping, right? Just looking at that is making you feel sick. As I said, there's a reason why NASA didn't end up studying this. But it is something I think that should be legitimately studied, right? You know, if you're going to be sending people to Mars, you probably want to study creating, you know, gravitational environments for long periods of time. If they're going to be spending so much time in space, it would make a lot of sense to know how things handle. Oh, man. Fire my engines this way. I don't think this is working at all. I'm trying to deorbit a spacecraft which is resisting any attempt to deorbit it. Namely because it's actually two spacecraft joined by a thin cable. Okay. It's super dark as well. I should put lights on these things. Okay. And yeah, for those people just joining us, instead of leaking the stream key, I decided that today was the day to leak that the nuclear missile launch codes are CPE 1704 TKS. So yeah, if you ask Whopper, that's what Whopper will tell you. Good to know from now on, right? Also, if you're ever asked, what is the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow, just remember, you really need to clarify whether it is indeed African or European. I heard the Dutch police are training eagles to take down drones. What a time to be alive. Yeah, someone's crossing the memes here and saying that Whopper's nuclear launch codes are the same as his luggage codes. Yes. I don't know if this is going to re-enter just yet because the numbers are just bouncing around like crazy things. Dare I slow down physics? Okay, now it says 7. It says 55 sometimes. So as the things are rotating through the correct orientation, I'm firing either retrograde or posigrade thrust. There we go. Hawking seas return to the mocking. Oh wait, by hawking you mean hawks, right? Japanese police are using drones armed with nets to take down Yakuza drones running drugs. Yes, I've heard about that as well. There's a lot. Mostly the drones that I see are the ones that fly around the spaceship in Cupertino. Could the spinny part of the spaceship from Space Odyssey actually work? Absolutely. I'm sure it could work. I'm not sure it would be the best way to do things, but we'll find out. Okay, let's try accelerating. Oh, physics is backwards on this one, yes. Hold on. Standard physics warp. Let's try it now. I can't see anything. Oh, the ship is under acceleration. Let's see what happens to it. 79 kilometers. Will it flatten out or will it come back? It's still moving downwards. Yes, I do have Shrike92. I do have a Twitch channel. A channel for twitching. We're obviously not talking about twitching, as in... Yeah, I think twitching is bird watching in some lingos, right? I mean, not, you know, some vernacular, right? Scott should think about revisiting Kerbal operating system. I should. I totally agree. Look at these things. I'm not even going to try flying this thing. We're still going downwards. You think we're going to scrape into the atmosphere or not? It's really not clear at this time. That is interesting. So have you seen that Drone Racing have launched their... Drone Racing League have launched their, like, promos. They're trying to make it out like it's a super cool sport, and there's basically guys using first-person cameras. Actually, there's 5 racers with Token Girl, and, you know, try to spread the demographic and everything all over the place. Do I think Elon Musk's SpaceX will be able to send people to Mars by 2025? I don't think that's going to happen, but it would be awesome if they did. I think 2025 is so ridiculously bold. That's not seriously going to happen. I don't know who's... I don't think I've heard that quote from them. I think at one point it was said that if he was given $2 billion, he could do that. But I don't think that's going to happen. Well, yeah... So the crashing drones is one of the downsides of the drone racing thing, right? If you crash, it's a very expensive device. Okay. I cannot see where this thing is, but it does seem to have stabilized the rotation factor. And there, look at it wobble. It's still going downwards ever so slowly. I don't know if it's actually going to end up scraping the atmosphere, though. 200. Where does the atmosphere actually start? If not, we're going to have to wait to go around. I kind of want to see these things re-entry. Okay, more messages below. Pardon me. Yeah, here's the thing. There's a lot of money in car racing because car manufacturers want to have their name associated with a winning racing team, because cars that go fast have a certain cachet, one might say, right? So a lot of money goes into Formula One because the car companies have a lot of money to spend on promotion, and that is how it's generally perceived, right? There, look, we're still spinning around here. It's so sad. I'm going to have to wait until it gets higher up, and then I'm going to descend this thing. Yeah, there's a huge market of people willing to buy cars, whereas there's a rather smaller market of people who want to buy drones. Huh. Well, is there 20... Sorry, Corvette just cleaned house all at 24 hours of Daytona. I see. I think this is actually stabilizing a little, notice, right? As time has gone on, this has got more stable. Now, what will be interesting, maybe what we should do, right, is try reeling this in. Okay, this is going to be hard. Because I have to click on this. Come on, stay still for me. A locked view doesn't work, as we've seen. Come on! Show me! You know, wait, actually, I can use my time slow-mo here, right? Da 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 da. Da, 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 da. There, look, 1/10 speed, so I should be able to hold this a little better. No, even then, I'm having trouble right-clicking on this. There we go. Show GUI. Okay, so now let's see what happens when I return physics to regular speed and start reeling in the cable. Anyone want to guess? I know what's going to happen. Let's make the cable shorter. I wonder if the cable will actually snap, since it was actually spinning pretty quickly, you know? Am I testing? It's not anti-grav, it's artificial grav, right? Or artificial gravity, sorry. Yes, it is the concept of artificial gravity. Look at this thing, it's spinning. The G-force meter's getting pretty high, actually. There, that's half length, so it's doubled its rotation speed. Oh, you know what? I've got a stability control enabled. I shouldn't have that. It's probably burning all my RCS fuel. Look at these guys. Spin. Winch stopped. Insufficient power. Oh, wait. You know what? I need to slow things down. We need to deploy these panels. There we go. We get a couple of the panels out there. There'll be another one right there. I said right there. Extend those panels. That. Okay. That's us. That should get us a little more power. Electric charge. No! Come back! Come back! And also, the Iron Man in the leak in the spacesuit becomes a thing. What? We can actually again take a look inside, and I think this is still running at 1/10 normal speed. So if I return things to regular speed, there we go. Look, what does it look like inside this? What? Look, the G meter is still legit. It's showing like 1 G there, right? Okay, so we're getting power back. Once we're going fast enough, we'll or once we've got enough speed, I can start winching it back in and see how fast this goes. Are we ready? The winch power's happening. Oh! No, what happened? What happened? Did it break? Or they look like they're still connected. Oh, winch physics! Go home, you're drunk. Okay, let's actually just re-extend this to see if we can fix it. Yeah, look at it reconnects. So the object actually unhooked from it, right? Okay, so oh dear, let's try that again. Let's try winching it in. Right, watch. And does it snap? Hey! Time to enable stability control. I think that was a successful test of the gravity system. Okay, transfer crew back to the capsule and we'll bring him home. And we should be able to bring him home, actually, right? So we'll just do that. And then that'll work. So hold on. Hold on. There, see? Oh, wait, no. Let's do that. There we go. We'll slow him down. Explosions! Yeah, we never made any giant explosions with the antimatter tankers, right? Oh, just finished reading Asimov's iRobot, and I wonder whether future robots would really be human-like in any way. Well, yes, it's a very good question. I think people like... Yeah, I think people might actually like having robots that look like them, but that's just me, you know, saying I would like robots that look like me. I mean, obviously wouldn't look like me. In fact, they'd probably look like, you know, I don't know. Who do you have a robot look like? J. Edgar Hoover. No. Oh, did I see something oh, like that thing is still floating around there. See that? It's still attached. There, Periapps is coming down to something reasonable. We shall re-enter and we shall be fantastic. That would be really, really weird. No, I don't think I would. Yeah, Captain Picard. Janeway. Yeah, right. What would be the worst possible person to base a robot, you know, visually on, right? Not saying that this is a, you know, not saying that anyone would ever actually do this, not saying that we're taking their personality traits, but like what the heck? I just turned on stability control and it stopped. It started spinning like something crazy. Let's just turn this on again. Yeah, it's spinning like crazy thing. Oh, that's pretty funny. Okay. I think it was pretty cool, actually. Stephen Hawking, yeah. Abe Gavoda. Trumpotrons. Twirling. Always twirling. Twirling never changes. Oh, yeah. They're artificial eclipse. Yes, if you spin enough, you do actually go back in time. Anyone know what a Tipler cylinder is? Has anyone ever heard of those? Tipler cylinder is basically where you take... It's a theoretical thing that somebody was a possible solution to general relativity, you know, field equations, where if you had a long, infinitely long cylinder that was spinning really high speeds, you could orbit it in closed time-like loops, and therefore potentially travel backwards in time. Not a good thing to have around, really. Hey, greetings from Japan. I've been meaning to catch one of your KSP streams for forever and a day. Thank you, Tabby Cat. I mean, Robot Hawking is he's already mostly or halfway there. Like, his brain is human, but the important parts of Stephen Hawking are his brain, and then everything else is provided by machines. Arnold, the robot. Yeah, oh my god. Could you... That would be totally the case if you were making humanoid robots and you were taking, like, orders. Somebody would want, like, the Terminator. They would say, well, it's a robot. I want one that looks like the Terminator. Of course. I mean, they wouldn't want it to terminate people. They would just want it to look like the Terminator. And who wouldn't? Yes, well, the trick is to time travel in two different directions at once. Oh, yeah, you see, that's... Yeah. Okay, well, we've tested this. Great. Now what? How are we doing for stream timing? It says 56 minutes on this fixed stream, so... And it looks like we've dropped 0 frames, so I'm presuming that means that Twitch TV is no longer broken. Lucy Lou bot, yeah, nice reference to Futurama. You'll get people asking for Lucy Lou as seen in Futurama, right? Laser Team is... Yeah, that's a Rooster's Teeth movie, right? Can I do it? I don't know. I'll be back. I can't do Arnold. No, we are going to fight. Then we are going to win. What is good in life? Conan the Barbarian is an amazing movie. I really hope they finally make a third sequel to it with, or second sequel to it with Arnold Schwarzenegger. I suspect that Laser Team... I think Laser Team is only getting a very limited cinematic release. It'll be released online sooner rather than later. Sylvester Stallone. I am the law! Being the worst Judge Dredd ever. No, there's only a couple of Judge Dredds. That I have to say, I noticed that in Crusader Kings 2, one of the new achievements is I am the law. I wonder, I'm just going to see if I can find this actually, because I've got Crusader Kings up right now. View all achievements. Exalted among Crusader. There's so many achievements, but they added some new ones. I just bought Conclave today because I really enjoy it. Keeping it in the family. Sire a child with the inbred trait. That's an achievement you can... Play as 3 empresses. Where is it? I am the law. Oh, build an observatory. That's one that I've never played this game in Iron Man mode, so I'd never get any of the achievements. I should probably there. I am the law. As a vassal, use a favor to change the law. Adrian! Adrian! Oh, yeah, look at this. And we're here. Oh, man. Am I planning on playing XCOM 2? Yes, I almost certainly am planning on playing XCOM 2. There is not much that will stop me from playing XCOM 2. Did I say X-Man or XCOM? Ah, yes. Well, the thing is, it's 11:32, and I do have to get up early tomorrow, so I don't really have a huge amount of time to play anything serious anymore. Anything that takes any amount of time will be kind of a failure. Oh, maybe I should try a quick game of Tharsis. May not work. Let's revert. Let's actually try something silly. Does Kerbal have launch pads on water? You can make launch pads on water like what SpaceX is doing if you want. So yes, hypothetically yes. Oh, that's another thing you could do with the winch system, right? So now let's try doing something here. Steer. It's not the steer wing. I want a mallard. I think the mallard will work, right? And then at the back, I want to see if we can attach like a refueling drogue here, right? So we need winch, winch. And where did I put the darn winch again? I am terrible. I cannot find these things. Okay, winch. Okay. Come back from winch, you game. Or go back from... Okay, I think that's the way to do it. There, we'll stick that there. And then I will attach one of these things. There we go. And then to that, I said, no, I'm apparently having some issues here. It does not want to go. Okay. That thing is attaching to the wrong place to start with. Maybe I should attach this down here. That's what I'll do. And then I'll attach the hook to this. Please work this time. It does not want to work. Let's grab this and rotate it. Okay. And then we'll try and pick this up here. It doesn't want to attach. You caused me so much pain, you do. Is it there? That's it. Okay. So now let's like build like a trailing drogue thing. I just want to see what happens if we have a an I-beam based aircraft trailing behind our plane. What should I use? Delta Deluxe? No, I think I don't want. I think I actually want just a little Delta. I don't actually want a big one now I think about it. Let's start light with like a wing streak. Oh crap! Come back. Standard canard, structural wing. That's not the kind I want. This kind of structural wing. Okay, that maybe is a little bigger than I'd like. How about a structural wing? Ah, there. A couple of these. So I'll put those like that. And then we'll put a little tail plane on it. Same deal. Same dealio. So making these things actually work is surprisingly difficult because the forces on the nose of this will almost always override any natural stability that this thing might have. Okay, so I'm going to do that. And we'll stick another couple of these on. Okay, so that should keep it stable. And then the last thing we want is some... Do we want wheels? Let's just see what happens. Save and launch. Yes, so everyone that's asking about YouTube, yeah, everything got resolved, and actually YouTube were pretty cool about it. They fixed all sorts of problems without me really asking. So, let's keep doing this. I'm gonna make sure it's daytime. I want daytime to come around. There we go. Okay. And then turn this on. 100%. There we go. So then once we're in the air, we'll start extruding this and see how it happens. Show the GUI. There we go. Get into the air. There, look, we're already actually getting lifted. We're torquing around this. Ah, excellent. Okay. So now we just need to get high enough. Now, what I want to know... No, I didn't do anything to... I mean, did they do anything? No, they didn't, as far as I could tell. So, I don't know. There were many people that had been very helpful that I chatted with and whatever, so not a problem. Okay, so what I think we're going to find out, as soon as I start reeling this out, it will probably swing around like something insane. So I'm going to make the motor speed as fast as it goes. Ready? Steady, go! Oh, look, we got a drogue! We got a thing flying behind us. That's pretty cool. So now what we need to do is have somebody skiing on that, right? We could have like, you know, water skiing or whatever. Whoa! Oh, don't you dare hit me! So now there is a crazy idea that somebody had for putting spacecraft into orbit by whipping them around like this. Right? Look at that thing fly. I'm really kind of curious as to what that thing's doing. Look, it swings from one side to the other. Oh, you know what? I wonder if I can put a camera on it. Oh no, it won't be able to see what it looks like from the camera. Okay, now we're getting super low here. I think it's going to crash into a building if I'm not careful. You think I can get it through the city without it hitting anything? What do you think? Here it goes. Oh, it survived! It survived! So what we need to do is actually put somebody on this, right? Okay, so what we need to do is actually have like a Kerbal in a command seat on this thing. That's something that's obviously missing at this point. There we go. So we'll stick that in there, and then do we have crew? Oh, we need more astronauts, man. You and you and you and you. There. Okay. Elky and Pacey. Okay, save. Now, I'm wondering if I should put a camera on this thing or something. And maybe we should actually make this thing flyable. I was wondering about, like, we could turn this into a glider, right? So yeah, if we come out of here and we look, there's a camera system that might actually be usable. Booster cam. Nope. Don't want that. Basic hull camera made of high-grade cardboard and duct tape. Do that. Oh, that's going to look awful. Let's just put that there, right? And then what I'll do is I'll translate it upwards out of the structure. No, it's using the wrong center of mass here. Nope. Okay, that ain't working. That's the way you do it. Apparently there's no way for me to select just this camera now. Ah, there we go. Got it! Got it! Maybe I could attach the camera up here. There we go. And then I'll move it out. Oh wait, there's two of them. No, I only want the one camera. I only need the one camera. Two is rather excessive. So, you know, this is how gliders get launched, right? They get towed, and so maybe this is a way for us to launch gliders and everything. Okay, next thing I need to do is rotate this thing through 180 degrees. So we can see what it looks like when our Kerbal is there. So this is our Sky Surfer. So I think, okay, once again, I need to transfer time forwards. And then stability control. Stability control, brakes. This needs to push your nose forwards. There you go. There. Set to 100%. And we'll take Elky. You can run down the back there and get yourself in a... Can you build Kerbal airships? You can if you get the airships mod. Okay, getting close enough. And boarded. I think he's probably going to end up getting smashed. So, oh, the camera is like in exactly the wrong place. How do you switch cameras, actually? I forgot. Does anyone remember? Oh, no, it's not F11. F10. I've forgotten what button cycles through the cameras now. No. Well, never mind. Let's throttle to 100% and go for it. We'll do that. And I should probably get the winch. Show the GUI. Make things speed. And I need to get rid of the brakes of it. Ah! Ah! It recovered! Oh my god, that is just... Ah! Ah! Yes, the Kerbal can in fact fly the plane from the chair, I believe. Okay. Is V or C? I don't think it's V or C. No, it's probably hidden away in some menu type. Oh, camera tools maybe? No, that's not. It's not that either. And it's not that. Okay, look. Never mind. You get in there. Put on these brakes. EVA, and you'll get down there. Get down. Get down. Get down with the underground. We're on the ground. We hopefully won't go into the ground. Board the seat. Yeah, so VRC is not changing, doesn't change the camera. No, it's one of these things that I've forgotten. There we go. And now show the GUI. I'm gonna hold this down. Speed things up. Once we're off the ground, things will be a whole lot better. Is it equals? Ah, there we go. That's good. Okay, excellent. That is good to know. So now we'll get us airborne. There's a bit of a shimmy here. Okay, I'm going to take control from here, because I think part of the problem is that I was controlling it from the Kerbal that was sitting outside. And so, because there's a little joint there, the controls would not translate particularly well. So if I'm going to disable stability. Actually, no. I'm just gonna let him out first, right? Uh-oh. There, look, he's totally flying. Okay. Hey, okay. Uh-oh, I think Orion's had a nightmare. Did you have a nightmare, Orion? Yeah, okay. Sorry, I might have to disappear because Orion is not feeling too good here. That's pretty good though. It's not quite as stable as I would like, unfortunately. Whoa! That is a really interesting angle, I have to say. So he can't. The instrumentation that he has is not showing the orientation of the aircraft, right? It's showing his orientation as opposed to. And so this aircraft does tend to pitch up, right? So this aircraft is tending to pitch up continuously, right? So what's the other camera? There's the other camera there, so we can see him from behind. Whoa! Oh yes. Then there he is behind. That's kind of funny. Okay, let's try something really aggressive. Yeah, look at him. Oh wow, he's like really wobbly here. That's pretty fun. Now, what's going to be really interesting is if I switch to internal view and enable stability control, just watch. This thing will just go crazy, I suspect. Right? Because it'll be sending the control inputs. Or maybe not, actually. I thought it might. Like, if I come out of this, actually. Here. Hold on. So, actually, that's still pretty stable, right? If I press this, and then press this. And I can't do control from here. Ah, there. Ah, hold on. If I now move out, right? Watch this. Control from here. Right now, everything's gonna go crazy. Yes. I'm gonna do that and pull out of this dive. Control from here. Poor guy. Okay, so actually, yes, stability control does actually work from this point of view. It was just because it was control from here was set, and the control from here is obviously not ideal because the reference point was incorrect. But at least this thing should be able to fly. I wonder. Oh. The controls are. Well, what it is the autopilot would be relative to the the viewpoint of the pilot, right? And so if the thing is rolling, it's going to try to counteract the roll, but that is completely unrelated to the orientation of the aircraft. And this is actually like a fundamental problem. There was a refueling challenge a few years ago, or maybe not, maybe like earlier last year, and people would very carefully dock their aircraft in the air, and then they would just spin out of control, because then you were essentially you change the orientation of the aircraft, and they would just be unable to handle the stability issues. So there wasn't any way for the game to say, use these controls for this vehicle and use these controls for this other vehicle. Okay, I'm gonna try turning again. Doing a sharp turn to 180. So I'm just looking at the nav ball at the bottom of the screen because, man, this is crazy. Let's throttle this down and see if I can land it. Let's see what landing this thing looks like. Landing gear down. Oh my goodness. Let's see if I can get it any way lined up for the runway. Right, so I'm actually going to go this way a bit. I think what's going to happen probably is poor Kerbal is going to die, because he's going to hit the ground well before me. Okay. Okay, I'm not turning on my air brakes though, that's the thing. This is actually pretty cool, like being able to watch this from this angle, I have to say. There's a certain visceral enjoyment seeing this thing from this angle. Whoa, my god. I am apologizing to anyone that gets motion sickness easily. But then again, if you get motion sickness easily, you probably shouldn't be playing Kerbal Space Program. Okay, so we're still way off center here. I'm gonna keep going this direction. Oh. How close do you think I can get this to the runway? Okay, now we're getting closer. Now I'm gonna pull hard and get lined up for the runway. Okay, I think we're much more lined up. Oh, wow! You know what? I'm actually feeling a little motion sick, I have to say. It is very strange because the nav ball is. I'm actually feeling it. That's really strange. I don't usually feel this kind of like. Oh look, we got a thing. Okay, so we gotta make a bit of a correction there. At some point, my pilot is gonna die, of course. Okay, oh, we're going off center, we're going off center. And now we're too high up, we're too high up. Oh well. And air brakes. Well, I think that's pretty good runway positioning. I think that was pretty good runway positioning. Well, okay. Yeah, well, he obviously didn't make it. Oh, man. Well, thanks, guys, for watching. I'm going to check on Orion, make sure he's okay. He's fine. He just looked at me and he realized everything was fine, and then he went back to bed. So yeah, you guys have a marvelous week. Watch the Super Bowl. It's a superb owl. Things like that. Keep watching the videos, and yeah. Fracture Space had a free weekend. Did you get that? Yeah. Fly safe, everyone. Fly safe.